Hey there, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is BARUCH OKEOGHENE one more time, and I'll be continuing the series on music today. I want to thank everyone for liking, for subscribing, for sharing, for following up our series. The first episode we did about 2 weeks plus now was on the basic concept of harmony in music, and I truly hope you learned something. Today's session will be on creating systems of continuity in the choir. I'm very passionate about the choir. I consider it a calling because over the years I've seen myself evolve in choir leadership. It's something that I'm really passionate about. So today we'll be talking on systems of continuity in the choir. I noticed that many choirs have issues with continuity. When I mean continuity, I mean after a particular MD leaves the scene, the next MD comes on, and then it's like we're starting all over again. There is no system of continuity. It's not supposed to be so. There needs to be a defined system of continuity so that the growth of the choir can be followed through, can be assessed properly. So over time, I have come to realize that one of the major factors causing a decline of excellence, of knowledge, and in some cases even extinction of the units of the choir unit, it's a lack of a solid system of continuity. This is often seen in campus fellowships. I don't know if you've noticed, those of us who are in campus, most times the tenure of a music director lasts for a year. And after that year, it's as if everything is, we're rebooting again. Sometimes in some years, the choir will be very vibrant, while sometimes the choir unit will be so dry. We need to put an end to this by creating systems of continuity. Number one, thing I'm going to note down here is that music directors must not build the choir around themselves. What do I mean by this? As a music director, when you don't teach your choristers how to score songs, how to identify their parts, how to be musically oriented in terms of the knowledge, grounded, with the knowledge of music, you will be raising people who will be largely dependent on you. That means you are creating the choir around yourself, and that's not going to be a very good situation. You understand me now? So it is expedient that a music director should teach the choristers the basic rudiments of music, teach them, the basic, how to score a song, how to, identify their parts, these basic things, their tone, all these basic things, very important. If the choir does not know these basic things, they are going to be so dependent on the music director, and every choir rehearsal will be a struggle to get through knowing a song. Oh, MD sir, please, my tenor part, MD sir, my alto part. After a period of time, that babyish kind of, how will I put it now? That babyish kind of attitude should not be there. Your success as a music director is that you are raising people to become as knowledgeable as you are, and even better over time, in such a way that on their own they can be able to, score songs even when you're not there. They can be able to identify their parts. Basically, they can be able to sing the song without going off. It is so important. Take your time to teach them the basic rudiments, the rudiments of song scoring, the importance of selfless and passionate service to God. This is also important. If you don't teach them the dynamics of service to God and how it benefits them, the attitude of punctuality, commitment, they will largely, after you leave, they will largely leave too. You understand? The choir will go, extinct, and it will not be good that after you left, the whole thing went down the drain. Your success as a leader is that after you leave, that system, that structure is still standing. This is so important. Create policies that will outlive you. 2-year goal. create goals that will run for 2 years, run for 3 years, so that when you leave, another MD can continue from where you stop. This is so important. Number 2, raise other leaders in the choir. It is so important to raise other leaders in your choir. How do you raise leaders? In every choir, there are selected few who have an undying passion for music and the growth of the choir. There are always people who will be very, very passionate about the choir, passionate about music. Pick these people. Pick these people, train them, bring them closer, spend extra time with them. Why are you doing so? So that you can be able to have, at a certain point, division of labor. You understand? So that you can be able to take the work away from your hands so much. You understand what I'm saying now? When it is time to sing part, to share parts, to teach parts, you can appoint someone else. Please come and teach the part. When it's time to pray, please lead prayers. When it is time to, administer some responsibilities, okay, you please do this. By so doing, you are training other people to stand and to become leaders. When you train people like this, you are already, how will I put it, training your your successor already. And it is so important that you leave a legacy of leaders behind. It is so important. Number 3, do not give responsibilities or music leadership roles to just one person or a few people. Try to be very versatile. How would I put it now? To be very open to new choices. Make new choices. Learn to trust people with responsibilities. Give people roles. Let them learn. Let them learn how to lead. You understand? They may not be so good, but they can learn on the job. You can hold them by the hand and train them. Those who are already good at it, mandate them to train these other people. It is so important. Give responsibility. If you are giving one person to solo every time, to lead worship every time, it's going to create envy. It's going to create pride. It's going to create problems for you over time. You must be able to have at least 10 people out of your choir who can be able to lead worship soundly, solo the song very, very well. You understand? Administer responsibilities properly. You understand what I'm saying now? So don't give it to just one person. It's going to really, really affect you as a leader, and it's going to affect the choir. You don't want to create a system of insecurity, of envy, of jealousy. You understand what I'm saying? Those who are not so good, you can try them out in rehearsal auditions and all that stuff. As they grow, you can move them to weekly services before you now move them to major programs, Sunday service and all that. So number 4, create a system of discipline and order. This is so important. One of the first things you must do as a music director is to create regulations and guidelines for the choir to live by. If you do not create a system around song scoring, punctuality, orderliness in rehearsal, you may lose your choir in no time. Excellence was not designed to thrive in an atmosphere of disorder. So there must be order, there must be discipline, there must be rules and regulations, and keep to them. Live by those examples. Live by those examples you have set. Set the examples. You understand what I'm saying? Don't break your own rules. And those your favorites, those those people who are very good, discipline them too. Don't exclude them from the discipline. It is so important. Number 5, be visionary. Always come up with interesting plans and ideas for the growth of the choir every 3 months at least. There must be a 3-month goal. You can have a 2-year goal, but you can break it down into 3 months so that you can you can assess the growth of the choir over time. You can say, okay, these 3 months we are focusing on knowing our parts very well, and then you focus on that to teach. You can bring external tutors to teach and whatever, give assignments and all that. It is so important that you create goals, short-term goals, and hit them. The next time you can say, okay, we can focus on our tone, how to sing without going off key and stuff like that. So work on, create, short-term goals like this. You can be able to assess the growth of the choir over time. Every 3 months, do an assessment of your choir. This is so important. Lastly, ensure that before new members are brought in, there is a system of training and probation for them. Don't just throw them into the choir. They must understand that the choir is an organized, unit. There are rules and regulations. So they must go through training. They must go through probation before they are put into the system properly. Do you understand what I'm saying? And this is so important. I believe these points will help to create a system of continuity in your choir. This is so important. Be very generational in your approach. Don't be focused on only your tenor. Be generational in your approach. Create long-term goals that the successive MDs can come and work with. Do you understand that? Thank you so much. God bless you. I truly, truly wish that your choir will get to the place. I pray that your choir will get to the place of stability, continuity, and after 10 years, you can look back and say, "Thank God, I was a contributor to the foundation of this choir, to the strength of this choir." God bless you. Till we meet again. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe and share to your friends, please. God bless you so much. Thank you.